Yo, what up, man? So, we on our way back, little road trip or whatnot, to get back so tonight I can do this live stream, had this wonderful debate. I expect sparks to fly. I'm doing a little research and recon on my opposing opinion. And woo, boy. This is gonna be fun. But anyway, man, I wanted to make a video about the shooting, and I'm just going to say it, man, the murdering of the young girl, Tatiana Jefferson, in Texas. What the hell is going on in Texas, man? What the fuck do y'all got going on in Texas with these damn police, bro? Jesus Christ. Who was shot and killed by the police officer in her own crib, bro. Alright? This shit is crazy. And as you see the title, stop calling the police, bro. Stop calling police. Stop, unless it's just absolutely necessary, emergency, guns are flying, bullets or whatever. Hey, man, stop calling the police in black neighborhoods for black people, so on and so forth. Bro, it's every time you call a police officer, bro, that is putting somebody's life at risk. Alright? And this isn't, I'm not one of these all police are bad people, fuck 12 guys. I'm not one of these. I'm calling right down the middle. Police are essential. You need police to enforce the law, because without laws, there would be fucking anarchy, mayhem, and chaos. Alright? Not one of these motherfucking people who are just like, oh, we should be able to police ourselves. No, because black people aren't responsible or accountable enough in order to do that. Other communities are, but I'm from a realistic standpoint, I can say that we do not have the maturity or the culture or moral standing and foundation to be able to do that amongst ourselves. Alright, you look into other groups, they were making complaints about a Muslim group that's pretty much created their own police force or community monitoring service up in New York, I think, and in Jewish communities had the same thing. You know what I mean? I don't know about Asians, but anyway, those two examples I use are perfect examples of that. Either way, man, the neighbor called the police because he saw the neighbor's door open at 2 in the morning, and so on and so forth. And pretty much now the man is saying he's sick because he feels responsible for her death. In which partially he's right, because again, as a man, bro, alright, you're supposed to have a certain level of, and this isn't to tear that brother down or blame him or anything, but it's to make a very, very important point that needs to be made. And I said this before a while back. Look, man, if it's something you can handle at your level, handle it at your level. That's something that's taught in my profession. That, hey, lowest level possible, man. If there's a dispute, a discrepancy, an issue, a problem, you handle it at the lowest level possible. You don't go up, you don't jump to the highest motherfucking chain of command and go to the highest motherfucking you possibly can to for some petty shit or some small shit. No, you handle it at your level. Alright, because once you get other people involved, then shit gets all out of hand. Because people at the high level really aren't used to dealing with like petty shit or so on and so forth, but don't feel like they should have to. And you know what they do? They enforce extremely harsh fucking rules. Or they enforce extremely harsh penalties for you getting them involved and pretty much wasting their time. And I'm not saying that's how the cop intended on doing it when he got involved in the situation, but that's exactly what happened in this situation. The man came around, walked around the house to a fucking side window, which I don't know how or why the fuck that would even happen. Why would you go to the side of the house versus going in the front door first to knock on the door to see what the issue and the problem is? And this young girl was playing video games with her nephew, man, and they shot her and killed her, man, in her own crib in front of her 8-year-old nephew, bro. Look, man, as your neighbor or whatever, you see some shit going crazy and so on and so forth, by all means, somebody getting their ass whooped, somebody shooting, having a shootout, some shit like that, call the cops. But if it's just some shit where like, oh, lights are not on, it's not, and it's supposed to be on, or so on and so forth, one or two things gonna happen, man. One or two things, right? Either go over there and check and see, knock on the door, be like, hey man, is everything good, everything straight? You know what I mean? In a place like Texas and so on and so forth. And I'm not telling you to be a vigilante or be a hero or no shit like that. Put yourself in danger, put yourself, at risk. But, I mean, damn, it's not that hard for you to do your own little thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're neighbors with somebody like that, I mean, that in itself, you need to become more neighborly. You live next to somebody, you live in a neighborhood with somebody. I mean, by all means, if and when you can, get to know your neighbors, get to know who they are, those things like that. Make yourself approachable. But calling the cops, man, to be calling the cops, especially when, like I said, man, I think on average the police response nationwide is something like around 5 minutes or some shit like that, they said. So, I mean, by that time, anyway, if something's going down and it's that fucking pertinent, I mean, you're dead, man. They don't bring you back. You might as well call the fucking ambulance or the coroner. Alright? If you done heard gunshots are already popped off, shit, you might as well, hey, it is what it is. Call the fucking ambulance. You have to call the police, because that's, I mean, by the time they get there, the person's gone anyway. But either way, man, this whole thing of, again, calling the cops on another black person for unnecessary, without being absolutely necessary, man. We gotta stop this. We gotta stop this practice, because we're our own worst enemies in a lot of these things. Well, same thing goes for these domestic issues. All right, if a dude's beating your ass, by all means, call the cops. But if he's not, and you just gonna call the police because you mad, or you're trying to get the dude locked up, and so on and so forth. Yes, I'm fucking talking to y'all, black females. Yes, I am, because it's been done to me. It's happened to me, and many other black men can attest to the same. You understand you putting that man's life at risk, bro, by getting the fucking cops involved over lies, or over your fucking attitude, or your fucking issue, or whatever it may be. You can get that man killed, man. Some of y'all go as far to lie and say, oh, he got a gun, he this and that, or he beat me, he's aggressive, he's this, he's that. Bruh. And then once he's dead, then what? All because you couldn't control your fucking emotions? We gotta be more responsible, man. We gotta become more mature. We gotta be able to, again, handle shit at our own level. Alright? Because what's gonna happen? This dude was in the line of duty. So the same thing will happen to him with Amber Geiger, or so on and so forth. The chances are highly, highly unlikely, because again, he was in the line of duty in doing it. Are you guys gonna make sure you're gonna show up? You're gonna show up for jury duty if and when you get called in for jury duty. Hopefully you do. All right, you guys gonna not just doing the protests and marches and things like this. Are you gonna get that police chief removed? You're going to vote to make sure that police chief doesn't get reelected. The judge or whoever else, and the DA or the prosecutor, all those people. Are you going to make sure that those people are fucking removed if and when they don't do what you want them to do? Because again, man, we got to start understanding how this thing works from the realistic level and get out of its emotional stance. Marching and protesting ain't going to do shit. All right? What you can do, though, is, again, use your voting power in these areas, in these districts, to remove those people from office. That plain and simple. That should be your goal. What are you doing? Bro, what are you doing? Make up your mind. That should be your goal in order to get justice, or get justice served. Not only for this young lady that unfortunately was again murdered in her own home, man, over nothing at all. But the person in the future that can be saved, because this officer is no longer on the police force, and you have a prosecutor and a police chief that are immediately going to fire, not put them on administrative leave and anything like that, or make it known that, hey, as soon as I can, in all of my power, we're going to do this investigation. We're going to hold them to a standard. We're going to create a new paradigm here, where if and when police officer who's trusted with the enforcement of the law, but also the protection of the people, abuses his power, he's going to be removed. He's going to be fired. Not only he's going to be fired and removed, he's going to be held to the utmost standard of the law, because again, he's supposed to be held to a higher standard. As a person that enforces the law, he's supposed to be able to understand the law better than the average citizen, than the civilian. So if and when he abuses that power and takes the life of the person he's supposed to protect, he has to then pay the ultimate price. Okay? And we're going to support not only our community and our citizens, but we're going to support we're going to request and support the judicial system and all the evidence they need to get this man brought to justice. All right? And that's what we need to start doing. And again, this is not by any means a call saying that the majority of police officers are corrupt or bad people or anything like that. Because like I said, even in my profession, I tell people all the time, man, that's an occupation. Okay? Any job is just that. It's a job. All right? There are bad people in any and every occupation. No occupation is immaculate. No occupation has a whole bunch of non-saints or Jesus Christ himself working, you know what I'm saying, working that job. People are fallible. People make mistakes, right? And then some people are just downright diabolical, all right? But if and when, like I say, a person makes a certain mistake, man, you have to be held to the standard, especially when you're called to a higher standard to even work those certain occupations and in job fields. But either way, man, like I said, we gotta stop calling the cops unless it's absolutely necessary, man. All right, little petty shit, this, that, and the other, so on and so forth. You gotta start calling the cops, bro. You know, if and when you can do it yourself, and again, not telling you to be fucking Batman out here, you know, but if and when it's something you can take care of yourself, handle it at your level. If you can't, and you have to call the police, call the police. But if it's something as simple as your neighbor's door being open at an odd time of night or so on and so forth, hey, man, that could be anything in the world. Pay attention, watch the scene, so on and so forth. I mean, see what's going on. Go over there. Something. Go to say something. But don't just call the cops randomly, man, because it looks suspicious and, you know, this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 and lo and behold, now your neighbor's dead. Because of some trigger happy ass cop, some scary ass motherfucker. All right, that shouldn't be working that job in the first place. And that's another thing too, man. Unfortunately, bro, you really won't know who a person is or what they really are until they're put in that position of pressure, man. All right, who knows? It could have just been an honest mistake from the dude. But then it could have been some diabolical shit that we're like, hey, you know, this is my chance, my excuse. As soon as I see something, I'm shooting. You know. It's some again, man. It's some people out here hiding. All right, it's always a fucking wolf among the sheep. All right, it's always a wolf among the sheep, bro. And unfortunately, you don't know he's there until he snatched one of the sheep. Okay. But either way, man. Again, I really appreciate y'all, bro. Like, share, subscribe, all those good things. Make sure you tune in tonight, bro. This is going to be, bro. This is going to be spectacular, fantabulous. All right, all the Don King words, all of that, all those things, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's that on that, man. I'll catch you on the next one.